Plaintiff Robin Zurich says the defendant is her daughter, and she started having children when she was 16 years old. Robin claims she recently had her daughter arrested after she slapped Robin, and she's suing her and her boyfriend today for lot rent and legal fees. Defendants Angela Basili and her boyfriend Michael Sturzinger say Angela and her mother started having problems when Angela was 11 years old because Robin was a heavy drinker. They deny owing for lot rent because Robin refused to repair their home.
Start with you.
Well, it's my daughter Angela Basili and her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She's a good kid, you know. She started having babies young. Yeah, but it's all right.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, that's true too.
What, 13,
Nowadays,
14,
you're right.
15, what?
16.
16, all right. How many do you have now?
She has 3.
I have 3.
Okay.
At 24, she kind of got, she kind of went on a bench. She had babies young, so I understood that. But then she got really, argumentative and everything else. She has pushed me. She has slapped me. She has stolen.
You?
Yeah.
How did you respond to that?
Went to call the cops, and she left the premises.
Okay.
She has stolen.
Did you have them pursue her later?
Yes, I was arrested.
Yes.
45 days.
Okay, you should have been. Go ahead.
During that time that she, didn't have her youngest boy and oldest daughter with her, she had stole my checkbook. I wrote a check to get her car out of repair.
How long after slapping you did that occur?
I can't remember if it was before that or right after that.
It was after.
Within what time frame?
After.
6 months, 1 year?
Oh, no, about 2 months, maybe 3.
Within 2 months, she both smacked you and stole your checkbook.
Yeah, and a brand new TV.
She a dope fiend or something? You dope fiend?
No, no, Your Honor.
She was
That's
just
even
going through
worse.
something. I don't know what she was going through, and I wanted to have her
What you go
arrested.
through don't cause you to steal checkbooks and steal televisions. That's an economic crime. That's not a crime that comes from emotional distress.
That's true.
That's a crime that comes from I want money to do whatever, and I'll get it any way I can, including stealing from my mama. That's a dope fiend move. Go ahead.
But I was going to have her arrested again, but I didn't want to, with the babies. I didn't want to do that.
All right.
But after, then this, it's got to stop. She has to stand on her own. She has to grow up, and so and that's fine.
Let me allow her to give some background and him, and then we can pursue the specifics of the rent. Ma'am?
Okay, no disrespect to my mother, I love her. Since age 11, we had a kind of a roller coaster relationship. When her and my dad divorced, she began to drink a lot and stuff, and come around the kids drunk and falling all over the place. I mean, there's times where she don't even want to see my kids because she drinks. She'd rather get drunk.
That's great.
I don't want to get drunk in front of the kids.
Steal a TV.
Right, but and as far as yes,
You adore say he said that works
yes,
for
I
you
did steal.
because you can steal TVs while she's knocked out.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did steal her checkbook to get my car out. I also paid her that back. So I hope that's not a dope fiend move. We still have a pretty good relationship. I still love her to death, and I know I'm not perfect. I've made my wrongs, but so
Why'd you
so
slap
has she.
your mother?
Why did I slap her?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I slapped her. It wasn't like that. My cell phone charger was in the house, and me and her were having a disagreement. She was drunk, as usual, and I wanted my cell phone charger. I promise you were. And I wanted my cell phone charger. She wouldn't give it to me. So I kicked the door in, and when I kicked the door in to get the cell phone charger, I hit her.
You sure you weren't the one drunk?
I promise.
She was
I was not.
That sounds like somebody either sloppy drunk or high off some kind of dope.
I wanted my cell phone charger.
Yeah, I know, but you don't kick anybody's door in and then slap your mother over a cell phone? You sound like a fool. Go ahead, sir. What do you want to say?
Well, I mean, their relationship wasn't always like that. I mean, I've known them for about going on 3 years, and we used to always go to their house, go swimming, cookouts, stuff like that.
It has.
As soon as we moved in her trailer. As soon as we moved in there, all hell broke loose.
So it wasn't like she says.
No, we were fine with each other.
All right, because she just told me it's been rocky since she was 11. So you're telling me something different.
Like since I've been in the picture.
Up and down.
I'd rather believe you than a thief who smacked their mama. Go ahead.
Well, since I got in the
picture. I believe you. They never had any problems until now. Go ahead, man. You want to tell me what this is about?
In August of 2012, they moved into the mobile home. The lot rent was $359 a month. They agreed to pay that.
You owned it?
Yes. They agreed to pay take over the lot rent of $359 a month. They also agreed to take it out of my name. It was in August of 2012.
All right, go ahead.
And they also agreed to take it out of my name. So in October, I found out they're not paying no rent. So I go, Angela, you know, what's going on with the rent? You got to pay it. She goes, don't worry, Mom, I have this. I'm going to social services. I'm going to try and see, you know, they'll help me. So then about a week or two goes by. She tells me social services is paying it. Don't worry, they're going to pay the back rent.
They live there with her?
No, social services, welfare.
Huh?
Social services.
I know, the welfare live there with her?
No.
What's she talking about they going to pay? Go ahead.
And then...
that's between her and social services. Go
right.
ahead.
And then in November, I got the eviction notice. And I went to court, and I lost. Then I got charged for the legal fees, too. Mm-hmm. And then they let them live there longer because they were supposed to be out December 28th, I believe. And they let them live there longer because she has just had another baby girl. So, and then in April 1st, they moved out. And when I went to the park, I got this final bill.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm only suing for the yellow highlights area and because that's the lot rent, and the pink is the lawyer's fees from the eviction notice.
Now, when you mentioned it to your daughter, what did she last
She said
tell
that the
you?
lot rent shouldn't have been that much.
All right, how much did she
and I'm not suing for the July.
All right, how much did she think it should have been? Did she tell you? Did they ask the questions that I'm asking?
Not to her, no.
It's not too late.
That's true.
Go ahead.
How much do you think you owe?
I owe $1,700, or actually, wait, I don't owe anything.
All right.
I don't owe anything.
It's a big difference.
I don't.
See what could have happened? So you would have been well prepared. You would have been able to come in and say, Judge, she told me she owed $1,700, and then within 30 seconds, Judge, she told me she owed nothing. So
100% right.
What do you want to tell me about the lot and the legal fees that she's suing for?
Okay, Your Honor. We moved in. She agreed to pay the back rent, which was roughly $1,000 when we first took over the lot.
Roughly. Do you have the exact amount? Roughly doesn't work.
It was $936.34.
All right, and that was due prior to you moving in?
Yes. No. Yes.
He says yes, you say no. So I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to go with what she says because both of you live there,
right,
and you're both together,
right,
but you both have different stories regarding that. Now, anything else? Because you only mentioned that there was a back
the back rent
balance.
The back balance, of course, and then repairs. There was no drywall in the back room. There was holes in the floor. I was expecting. She said that she would help us put the drywall.
Now, weren't you to get it in your name?
Yeah, I tried.
We talked about it. It never happened.
Yes, we've talked about it.
I said, did you agree to?
No, we didn't sign anything to get it.
I didn't ask you if you signed anything. I said, did you ever agree to put it in your name?
No.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, they did.
All right, how long did you intend to live there?
For a while. We wanted to fix it up. We wanted to make it
a while? Do you have an agreement? When you move into a place, you say, we're going to live here for this amount of time.
Month-to-month lease.
Okay, and that's what you all agreed to?
Yes.
All right. What do you say about the repairs?
I was going to buy the drywall for the back room, but they every time I wanted to go get it, they didn't want to go.
Was that the agreement?
That I was going to repay for the drywall, yes.
And how much would that have been?
I don't know how much he paid for the drywall.
I paid for the drywall.
How much?
It was about $85.
$85.
Yes.
All right, worth of repair. And you say the agreement was that she'd fix what?
Everything.
Everything.
She said she would help us fix the floors.
I believe her over you, once again, because of your credibility, because you kicked your mother's door in, you stole from your mother, and you smacked your mother. So,
but she's perfect.
I would rather believe her than you. She has much more credibility. Secondly, the two of you disagreed on a very basic issue. And anything else? Lot fees. How about the other lot fees?
When we first moved in there, she agreed to pay the back lot rent.
Got that?
Yes.
And what about the other months?
We were supposed to pay. We paid August and September, which we did not know that rent was being taken towards the back lot rent. So we paid those 2 months twice. And then by the time November came, when we were expecting our daughter, all these repairs needed to be done, which we cleaned all the carpets, we did new tiles, redid the bathroom, put up new drywall because there was no walls.
When did you move?
We moved April.
Why'd you stay there so long if she wasn't making the repairs?
Well, we had our baby. We couldn't just jump up and leave anywhere else.
Can.
No,
people with
we had to
babies
find
move
a
all
place.
the time.
My mother.
They come from the hospital. They say, well, I'm gonna go and get my own place. They come from the hospital, they get their stuff from mamas, and they get their own place. But that's your defense, is you couldn't move because you had a baby. Gotcha.
Well,
That's not true.
That's what he just said.
Well, we couldn't just find a
That's
place.
what he just said. But when I demonstrated that doesn't make much sense, y'all changed that story. Because y'all said the judge not big a fool as we thought. All right, I'm going to go with your allegations and the proof that you've provided, and those things that are in dispute that you have not provided proof for, I'm going to take your word for, because I totally discredit her as a person and their testimony as litigants today. Have a good day.
Life's gonna go on. We're gonna get over it and everything. And correction, I'm not a dope fiend at all. I didn't steal a TV to buy dope with it. We've had our problems. She's been a drinker, and it triggered a lot of emotions towards us, and we've hated each other and we loved each other. It's a mother and daughter relationship. But I hope to get past it, you know.
Yeah, we will.
And that's it.
I love you. She's a great mom.
Yeah.
So we will get past this now that this is taken care of, and hope we can get along a little bit better.
Yes.
And I can see my new granddaughter.
Yeah, for a change.
For once.